Today I'm going to show you how to make mini pork pies. For the pastry you will need 350 grams of plain flour, 125 grams of lard, half a teaspoon of salt, 100 millilitres of water, 1 egg. For the filling you will need 300 grams of pork mince, 75 grams of bacon, half a teaspoon of pepper, 1 teaspoon of thyme, half a teaspoon of garlic granules. And as an optional, if you like jelly in your pork pie, you will need 100 millilitres of stock, either beef or pork, 1 gelatin leaf, or 3 grams of gelatin powder. Firstly, in a bowl, mix together your pork mince, your bacon having already pre-chopped it up, your pepper, your thyme and your garlic granules, and give this a really good mix or stir. Then you want to prepare a baking tray. So I just have a muffin tray that I have sprinkled flour into, and then I have taken strips of baking paper to just lie them in there, so then they're easy to lift out. Then for your pastry, mix your flour and salt together and then make a well in the centre. Then in a saucepan, heat your water and lard together until the lard has melted and has combined with the water. Then, having allowed this mixture to cool very slightly because it will be very hot, so cool enough that you can mix it with your hands, pour it into the well in your dry ingredients and start bringing it together into a dough. Once it is a dough, it's only really usable if it is warm. So if you find that your dough has hardened and you can't use it, pop it in the microwave for about 30 seconds just to warm it up and you'll be able to use it again. So we'll just roll out the dough. Then, using a cutter that is bigger than my cupcake tray, you need to cut out circles of the dough and line it in the tray. You want your dough to be fairly thin, you don't want it too thick, so I try and go no more than half a centimetre thick. Then, taking a cutter that is the same size as the top of your cupcake tray, while the dough is still warm, cut out circles for the top and just pop them to one side. Then simply fill your little pastry cases with your mixture that you've already pre-mixed. Then, having pre-beaten the egg, just egg wash the top of the cupcake cases. And then attach the lids. Then I am using a fork just to try and seal the pastry case lid to the pastry case bottom. It also makes it look nice. Then, using the rest of the egg, just egg wash the top. And then to allow the steam to escape while the pork pies are baking, just pop a hole in the top of each pie. I've tried to create a larger hole in the top just because I will be adding gelatin to mine, so if you want to add gelatin, we'll add that after they're baked. We just need quite a large hole to be able to pour it into. Then in a preheated oven at gas mark 4, 180 degrees centigrade or 160 fan assisted, you'll need to bake your pies for about 45 minutes to an hour. Once baked and still slightly warm, just loosen your pies. They might have got stuck to the sides a little bit, so this is the best time to loosen them while they're still warm, and then leave in the tray until they're cool. Then if you are adding the jelly, we will need to bloom our gelatin first. So either your powder or your leaf, pop in a bowl of cold water and leave for 5 minutes for it to bloom. Then, over a low heat in a saucepan, mix your stock and either your drained gelatin leaf or your powder, and mix together over a low heat until combined. Then try and pour those into the little holes in the top of the pie, and then cool. And there you have it. That's how you make mini pork pies.